All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shathir from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this just popped up on my TikTok feed, and I guess this is breaking news. Okay, who you see here is a lady named Don Robinson. Okay, and back in the day, she was the lead singer for a big group called In Vogue. Like a lot of you young guys, probably in your 20s, have no clue about this, but uh, her and the group In Vogue, they were really huge. They were probably one of the bigger and best female singing groups at the time that they were when they were on the scene. Okay, they've done a lot of music. I think this Don Robinson, she did a lot of writing for people. She starred in a whole lot of things, and as you can see from the caption, she's about to reveal that she's been living in her car for the past 3 years. Now, granted, this woman has to be easily maybe in her 50s. I'm gonna show you a picture of how she used to look back in the day. Hold on for one moment. Now you can look at this picture on the right, and then that's when she was a little older, but you can tell. Now this is how she used to look back in the day. Like I said, the chick was bad. I mean, she looked nice back in the day. Okay, but this is how she looks now, and she's. I'm just gonna let the video play, but it's it was clear. It's I did before I even watched the video that these curses are upon our people. Nobody can escape the curses. So we'll let this video play and we'll get some scripture. You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. I didn't understand it. I still don't. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. I was like, no, this is unacceptable. I have been researching car life. There's a whole community of people that live in their cars, and a whole community of people that live in their RVs, and a whole community of people that live in vans. Van life, car life, RV life. And I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people I can do that. I can do this, I think. And I ended up in my car, and it's been like I said, 3 years. I think I'm going to go and sleep in my car. I think I'm going to live in my car. I've been researching it and I know I can do this. And she's like, yeah, you can. She was gung-ho and I was like, okay. So I went up to Malibu. Malibu is the place where you can take Highway 1 all the way from New York, literally. And it's kind of the place where everybody stops along the way when they're coming from the East Coast and they're heading west, to California to make their dreams come true, to start a new life. Guys, this is not like, oh my God, poor Dawn. She's living in her car and it's terrible. Oh, what was me? It's not that. It's not. Like I said, I'm learning about who I am. I'm learning myself as a person, as a woman. And I didn't think if you would have said to me while I was in Vogue, you're going to be living in your car one day, I'd be like, huh? No, I'm always going to have an apartment. I can't live in my car. How can I do that? I won't be able to live in my car. We say that we can't do certain things before you even know we're capable. Nisa keeps telling me that when people find out, when the fans hear that you're living in your car, they're going to be so proud of you. Because I am documenting this whole adventure. It's an adventure, you guys. It's a journey. And I've been documenting it and filming myself doing certain things.
Yeah. Head singer of En Vogue has made multi-millions, multi probably platinum songs, and now she is homeless. Now, obviously, there's a backstory that we all have not heard yet. I do know that at one time she was married and divorced, but that was years ago. And it just seems like something extremely dramatic happened, or just a series of unfortunate things came back to back, and then now she is forced. She says she made the choice. I'm like, no. Because as she stated in the end, if you would have told me I'd be living in a car, I'm like, no, I'll always have an apartment. So being in a car is not something you choose. It's a condition that I don't want to necessarily say forced, but I'll say it this way. If somebody had the choice to live in an apartment or a house or a car, they would definitely choose the house or the apartment and not the car. So like I said, there's a lot of things going on that I'm sure that we don't know about. But one thing I do know is that her situation is not very different from many people who enter into Hollywood, and when their careers are done, usually don't have much to they don't have much means when they get through. Okay? And that's all in the curses. Hold on. Deuteronomy 28:15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to observe to do all his commandments and statutes, when I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Verse 19, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. So it doesn't matter where we are, what profession that we choose to pursue, the curses are always going to be upon us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And in Miss Robinson's case, she went from being the lead singer of one of the biggest female singing groups in the so-called modern era. They were really big in the 1990s. Okay, she went from that to basically being homeless. Ain't no basically, she homeless. She's homeless. I don't say that to make fun of her. But like I said, huge that's a drastic change in lifestyle. Now we do know that Hollywood is very shady. Okay. Uh I recently saw something with, I'm trying to think. I think it was Angie Stone, something like that. Now Angie Stone was popular, I think, what, in the 2000s. She had some really good. She had a few good songs, okay. But at the end of the day, they said her net worth was only $2 million. Now I'm like, wait a minute. You know, like I said, I didn't listen to a lot of her songs, but the stuff I heard was pretty good. And she did tours and concerts and things like that. So I'm like, wait a minute. So this woman put in all this work and her net worth is $2 million. That means all her assets. So that's whatever she had in money or her house or car, whatever the case may be. So when you think about it, that's like, damn, that's not even all money. That's probably a house or a car. She might have had maybe 300K in cash and a decent house and a car and maybe a few stocks or 401K or some type of IRA, or but whatever the case is, it's one of those things where, as I mentioned, Angie Stone put in a lot of work and had a lot of great songs just for when the Lord called her to the spirit world. She only had a net worth of $2 million. And see, this is why, what's that? Mm, 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 mm. It's that one in, well, Haggai 1:6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little." And like I said, this is something that's very huge in Hollywood. How you got these small hatters that exploit Jake for everything that they can. And when they get too old or they're not the hip thing anymore, then they disregard them. And that matches up with, and I'm going to get back to that Haggai. All right. That's that Wisdom of Solomon 2 and what was it? Let us use the at 6. It says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in our youth." And that's what a lot of these small hatters do when it comes to Jake. Because as much as they hate to say it, they know talent when they see it. And they know Jake has the most talent. So in their mind, they're always looking to maximize their exploitation of Jake's talent. And according to the curses, seeing as they would be in these positions of authority, they use these positions to make sure that when it comes to making deals, that the deal for the most part is one-sided. which leads us back to Haggai 1 and 6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little. It says, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. And as I said, for this woman to go from being in a multi-million-dollar group that sold so many albums, so many multi-platinum songs, I mean, living that life, to being in the car, a lot of shady dealings and a lot of mismanagement had to take place. So much so to the point where, like I said, now this woman, Don Robinson, she is now living. She's now living in her car. You know? I mean, this kind of took me by surprise. I'm like, holy shit. Like, for real? And she's been doing it for 3 years. So basically, she's been homeless for quite some time. She's been living in her car for 3 years, but she's been truly homeless for quite some time. She says she needs this for help and self reflection. I'm sure some of these decisions that led to this point are definitely on her. Because you saw, like I said, I showed you how she looked back in the day. So, I mean, this woman would have no problem securing a man that would take care of her. It's one of those things where you have to think, if this woman was bad like that, could get any man that she want, eventually had a husband, divorced, and really hasn't gotten back with anybody since then or has been able to do anything, you have to wonder what's wrong with her. Just saying. So that's all I want to say on this. Hope you all are edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.